How to develop a content marketing strategy. In this short presentation, you're going to find out how you can build the right content marketing strategy for your brand. Contrary to popular belief, you can't just wing your content marketing strategy and expect to succeed. Content marketing isn't for the faint-hearted. You can either churn out high-quality content one after the other yourself, or you can pay premium dollars to have someone else do it for you. Either way, your content strategy will be built on sweat and money, but the reward will be more than worth it. Here's an outline of what you need to do. Number 1. Define your content marketing goal. Why are you doing this? What are you hoping to achieve? Do you want to get more people to sign up to your mailing list? Or are you hoping to get more clicks on your ads? Or do you want people to buy your products? Number 2. Define your ideal audience persona. You can't target everyone. The more specific your audience, the better your chances for success. When you define your audience persona, you can create content that's made specifically for that demographic. You'll be able to address their pain points, and they'll be able to relate to the content you put out. Number 3. Have a content management system in place. A good content marketing strategy involves a solid plan. Having a system in place will help you achieve your goals much faster. It will help you focus on what needs to be done. You can have a system for creating content, another system for publishing and promoting content, and so on. Number 4. Identify what kinds of content you want to create. If you do step 2 correctly, then you should know where your target audience is hanging out. Ideally, you should also know what types of content appeals most to them. Would they prefer text-based content like blog posts and articles? Or would they be more visual? If it's the latter, then you should consider creating more visual content. Number 5. Publish and promote your content. This is where having an editorial and social media calendar comes in handy. Step 3. Managing your content publication helps you keep track of how often you publish and which places you upload your content to. 6 major characteristics of high-converting content. There's high-converting content and then there's meh content. If you were to choose, I'm sure you'd go for the high-converting one. Otherwise, you're wasting your time creating your content. In this presentation, you're going to learn about the 6 major characteristics your content needs to have if you want it to convert exceptionally well. Number 1. Use numbers in your headlines. It's a fact that people are attracted to numbers and will ultimately choose to click on an article with a number in the headline. Titles like 5 different ways to earn $1,000 online in as little as 7 days will get more clicks than a generic title like Easy Ways to Earn Money Online. Number 2. Clear headlines perform better. Clickbait titles are out. They may have been popular just a few years ago, but nowadays people are wary of these kinds of overly sensationalized titles. When planning your headline, make sure you clue your reader on what they can expect from your content. This helps to set their expectations. Number 3. Hook your readers with your introduction. Headlines are meant to get people to click on through to your content. However, if your introduction disappoints them, they're not going to pursue your entire content. Instead, they're going to hit the back button on their browsers. So if you want people to stay, make sure your introduction serves its purpose. Number 4. Use eye-catching graphics. Humans are visual creatures. When we see good graphics, our eyes are ultimately drawn to it. You can use graphics as a thumbnail for your content, or you can use it to break your content into different sections. It gives people's eyes a much-needed rest from reading blocks of text. Number 5. Use plenty of white space. If you've got too many things going on your site, you're basically making it hard for people to stay on your site and consume your content. White space is important in web and graphic design. It makes your site and your content look tidy and neat. It encourages people to read your content and make them feel comfortable while doing so. Number 6. Clear call to action. Your content needs a prominent call to action. This is why you're doing content marketing in the first place. You want people to follow your call to action. If you hide your CTA in an obscure location, then people are going to get confused and they'll leave your site without doing anything. 3 ways content marketing is great for your site's SEO. Optimizing your content for search engine traffic is a powerful strategy. You'll get people to visit your website for free, which means you won't need to pay for ads. In this presentation, you're going to learn 3 different ways content marketing is great for your site's SEO. long-form valuable content gets top spots on Google. It's quite well known in SEO circles that Google prefers high-quality, long-form content over similarly high-quality but short-form content. A majority of the top 3 pages on Google's search results average more than 2,000 words each. As part of your content marketing strategy, you should make sure that all the posts you publish should meet this word count requirement. This will help increase your chances of ranking high up on Google. Of course, it goes without saying that your content should offer substantial information that will hook your readers into staying on your site. This is because Google also uses your visitors' time on your site as an indicator of quality. High-quality content gets linked to frequently. Getting links from high-quality sites is every webmaster's dream, as this tells Google your site is an authority on a specific subject area. But getting free links is not easy. You need to offer something valuable in return. This is where content marketing shines. When you publish high-quality content, you don't need to ask people to link to your site. They're going to link to your content voluntarily. And when you've got a ton of high-quality content, then you get plenty of opportunities to get free backlinks from big, established websites. More content equals more opportunities to rank on search engines. When you publish high-quality content consistently, you have more opportunities to rank on Google and other search engines. But don't just publish any content though. Search engines love content that people are going to find useful and valuable. So you need to make sure your content fits this criterion. Oh, and if you were thinking of keyword stuffing your content, stop right there. It's not 2010 anymore, where search engines could easily be fooled by black hat SEO techniques. When you write content, you need to have your audience in mind. No one wants to read content with the main keywords sprinkled every other sentence. That's just going to annoy your site visitors. If you publish anything other than quality content, then you risk getting penalized by Google. It means your site is never going to see the light of day and is going to be buried in its search pages. How to use content to build a massive audience for your brand. The internet is all about content. We go online to look for information for all sorts of things. We search for products, services, ideas, information, etc. online. But what does this mean for your business? In today's presentation, you're going to find out how you can use content to build a massive audience for your brand. The first thing you need to do is identify what you bring to the table. There are 2 ways you can go about this. You can either create content on topics you're passionate about, or you can narrow down your target audience and focus on what they want. The downside to working on something you're passionate about is that not too many people may share your passions with you. So, even if you publish tons of content, if not enough people are interested in it, then you could be wasting your time. The best thing for you to do then would be to find an intersection between your interests and other people's pain points. This way you can continue producing your content while making sure you have a good number of people interested in what you have to offer. Knowing who your audience is obviously important. Create a persona of your ideal audience. When you create your content, put this persona front and center and don't lose sight of who this person is. This helps to ensure you can draw your ideal prospects in and keep them interested in your content. Promoting your content will come next. It's the marketing part of content marketing. Experts recommend that 20% of your time be spent on content marketing, while the remaining 80% should be spent promoting it. You can't just publish tons and tons of content and then expect people to visit your website. Sure, this may happen when your site's more established, but if you're just beginning, then you need to go out there and promote your content. Know where your target audience is hanging out. If they're on social media, make your content readily available to them. If they're on forums, make your content easy for them to find. Master this content marketing formula of putting the right content in front of the right audience, and your strategy will be a smashing success. Why content is the most important thing on your website. In this presentation, you're going to find out just how important content is and how you can use this knowledge to build a massive audience for your brand. Can you imagine landing on a website with no substantial content on it? I bet you'd hate it. There's literally nothing of value for you on that site, and you'd essentially be wasting your time. You can spend all your money on having a beautiful website built for your business, but if it doesn't contain anything that makes it even remotely interesting to people, then no one's going to stay on your site. It's so easy to hit the back button on a browser. You're not giving anyone any incentive to stay on your site. But if you have valuable content on there, then it's a different story. Content can come in many different formats. You don't even need to publish long-form blog posts every other day or so. You can use images, graphics, videos, audio, and a whole host of other content types to keep your visitors engaged. For the best results, however, you can use a combination of different content formats. Text obviously works best for search engines, but your audience may dislike reading and would prefer to consume other types of content on your site. For instance, you can write high-quality articles and insert different multimedia on it. You'll be effectively hitting two birds with one stone. You'll be satisfying search engines and your human audience as well. In addition to spending more time on your site, people will also be more likely to link to your site. This sends out a signal to search engines that your site is an authority on a particular keyword or keywords. When you get backlinks from high-authority sites, it's essentially telling search engines it's giving its stamp of approval to your site. This, in turn, helps move your site up search engine pages. Lastly, with content, you can easily tell your audience what you want them to do. This is where your call to action comes in. You can't just ask for people's email addresses or ask them to buy something from you right off the bat. You need to offer them something valuable first. This is why having good content in the first place is important. It allows you to give value to your users so they'll be more receptive to your call to action.